All right, folks. I had a day going underneath the house, and had to do a bunch of clearing. And I sent. Oh, that's right. We started the day with chickens. Lots of chickens. Um, so I'm going to. Wasn't sure tonight what I wanted to do, but I've decided I'm here, and we're going to just see if anybody wants to talk about anything. I love to chit chat about just about everything. So count the hairs on your head, or what's going wrong in the world, or what's going right, whatever you like. Let's see here. I'm going to add this one. Hello. Um, let's see here. Who's here. Save that, and we're going to show that going across. Ha ha. I changed it. Who do we have? Got people starting to show up. Hello, Polar Bear. How are you doing? And Outdoors with Big Matt. I should hope he'll show up because he's right over there. Um, hello, Polar Bear. Yep. Let's see. Um, we went and took care of. Well, we had a whole bunch of chickens we picked up from a friend of ours, and so this morning when we got home last night, we had them in kennels, and we didn't want to go through the pasture and everything else and take a chance of them or us getting hurt in the dark. So we Matt, Downriver Sound team has come in. But anyway, we didn't want anybody getting hurt or the chickens get hurt, so we tucked them in last night. And is that what's going on? Hello, hello. All kinds of people coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi. Everybody say hi. Say hi, Cassidy. Hi. She's over there. She's doing the dishes. Hello, Maria. Thank you, thank you. It's good to see everybody. Come in, come in. More the merrier. Just everybody. Cassie says just don't have so many people on the computer that it breaks. Only one person can stand at a time. Let's see. Kevin Myers. Let me see here. Don't blow it up. Hello, Dobson. Yes, Matt. He's got grand things he's doing. Hello. Well, oh, that's what I need to do. Let me see. Hi, Raymond. Yay, chickens. And it says hi, Cassidy. Cassidy, say hi again. Hi. That's my girl. Hello, Frontier. We yes, the chickens, we had to get them all moved in, and so we had about 50 of them, and we had to carry them about, I don't know, 30 or 40 feet, and one by one. So that was fun. Thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate it. We're so then I went and okay. Then this afternoon I decided we had a break under the house that I've been trying to get to, another water thing, since we still don't have the permanent PECs in yet. And thank you, Maria. And so I just put another video up showing the long path I had to take a machete to be able to get in. Let's see here. Who all? It's so nice to see everybody. I was trying to decide about coming on tonight because I was so tired. And Ray mentioned that chatting with people and everything is actually one of the best ways for me to perk up, have a good time. So the question is, does anybody want to come up on the panel? And let's see. Dobson. Here we go. Ta-da. Let's see some of the different things that I've chatted about before, things we've touched on, but I'm always interested in things like where people have traveled, where they'd like to go, different cultures. I was talking to Ray earlier. We were talking about Raymond. We were talking about basically how women are different around the world, um, and what's expected here of people as opposed to overseas, how we interact with each other. And let's see here, Texans. Now, the same as with Matt's, if you want your link put up, then just type drop, and that'll make sure it's there for everybody. And you don't have to be a moderator to do that. Although I think just about everybody in here right now, Matt's taken care of. So let's see. Hello, hello. Anybody see all my snacks back there? Whoops, didn't mean to blind everyone. No, they're not just for me. Let's see. Thank you, Road Warrior. There you go. Yeah, there. Yep, it's working. Last time I was on, I hadn't got the Nightbot set up quite right, so now it's working right. I am glad to see that. What? Matt's over there cackling about something.
It didn't take him long to change something in Nightbot.
Why?
Look what he said. Drop Uncle Woody's.
Oh, yes. Yep. Just a little, I've been playing with some of the scripting and learning how that always works. Absolutely. Obviously, I have no problems with snacks. Snacks are always good. I make candies, and sometimes I have to be careful about that. As some people say, when I'm at shows and I'm selling my candy, they say I'm diabetic. I said, so am I. So I'm trying to get it out of the house. Hello. Now, let's see here. N.I. Donegal, what do you go by? Like, if I'm saying hi to you, do you want it to be Donegal? Do you want it to be Tails? N.I.? What would you like? Hi. Let's see. Maria, are you still here? Mrs. Dobson. Tails, that's what he wants to go by?
That's
you guess?
What Raymond Williams said.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes when people have their own names, it's a little more obvious. But
whatever you want.
As long as it's for dinner, right? That's what.
You better make sure and tell them that you're married.
Oh, I think they know I'm married. People haven't figured that out yet, and they didn't know who I'm, where they met me. Most of it's through Matt. So, let me see here. I'm curious though. We could, hey Matt,
Yeah.
Could you share this over to my Facebook page? Actually, I might be able to do that from here.
Sure. You can do it from your phone.
Yeah. Just because I was telling my nieces I was going to be on again tonight. Nope. I don't see where I can do it there.
I'll show you. Remember?
Okay.
You push the
You
X,
push this, and you push that.
And you
there it is.
Share.
Okay.
Oh, and you need to like it.
Okay. It would help if I liked my own videos. Thank you very much. I like to think so too. I'm the one that keeps him centered, keeps him balanced, or at least try to. Thank you. Whoops. Knocking everything over. But anybody else? It's the weekend. It's Friday. Has anybody had a long week? Let's see. Hello, hello. do some singing. Let's give 'em something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out. Let's give 'em something to talk about. Talk about YouTube. Oh, I would love those. Let's see. Also, like, you had a long week? Your road warrior, you a trucker or just what? Matt's laughing. I haven't necessarily been able to have a chance to follow everybody. So I do my best. I check up on things. Um, and I try to check in and watch, but I've started following so many people recently that I'm actually listening to some of them in the car more of a like a podcast than getting to see much. Let's see. Anybody else? Um, yes, definitely. Are you in an area where downriver, are you having problems with being in a lockdown area? And I have friends in Australia that are about tired of it. They're done. They're ready to be. Thank you, Frontier. Appreciate it. I was one of my go-to favorites when I did a bunch of karaoke when I lived in Puerto Rico. Central Valley. Hi, welcome. Let's see. Nice, Dobson. Roland Raquel, I didn't see that you were in here. Hello, Raquel. There you are. California Ford Raptor. Hello. If you just showed up, just so you know, if you type drop, as long as you don't have 50 people do it at the same time, then it'll drop your link. And that way I can make sure afterwards to be able to go back and check things out.
Hey, hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott. Let's see here. Copy again. Oh, yes, I love karaoke. When I lived in Puerto Rico, I was in Vieques, which a lot of people don't know where that is. But if you're looking at that, the picture of Puerto Rico, there's that little bitty island off to, well, actually, this is zipped around, so it'd be right about there when you're looking at it on a map. And that's where I lived for about 2.5 years. And the choices there were to play pool at a bar, or sing karaoke at a bar. So I played pool and I sang karaoke and loved it. It was where I made some of the best choices and the worst choices in my life. Thankfully, praise the Lord, I never dealt with drugs, but I know quite a few friends that had to deal with that battle. Let's see, downriver.
Not timing someone out?
The only reason why it would time them out is if they use some curse words.
Well, they just did the thing for dropping their link and it timed them out.
Really? That should not be happening. Who is it?
Downriver.
Downriver? I'm not seeing. I don't know. It could be. I can turn off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the one that it could be.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry, definitely sorry. I am trying to, some of the things with Nightbot, I am still getting worked in. Those are commands, spam protection. Let me go ahead. I'm going to disable that.
Oh, it's probably because you use caps.
Oh, excessive caps. That's why. Okay. I disabled that one. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I'm back. Well, y'all probably didn't realize I even left. Just saw me making those weird faces like on that commercial. No, what did Willie say? Because some people want to hear it.
Willie was saying that me and him are working on a rap song.
Oh, really?
R-A-T.
We'll have to see how that goes. I can tell you this, if they'll sing it, I'll record it. I don't know, Raquel. Downriver. Is Ukrainian, Russian, or just a user random name? Um,
Cats
yes.
got me busted.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. I was like, let me see here. What was I seeing? Yes, it was. My place here. Yes, it is nice. Underneath is not so nice. There's been a lot that's been worked on. Right here, I'm actually at my mom's. Where we all live on the same property. We're blessed that we're living on my parents' property. So when things do go bad at our house or up here, then we still have a place to go to with running water and electricity and all that good stuff. Matt, California Ford Raptor said hello.
Yeah.
Down here, sing it, sing it. Let's see what some of the other.
I just said hello, California, because that's too long.
Yeah. And
it says Ford in her name.
My favorite songs for singing are usually some of the older country, but I like some Bonnie Raitt and like Reba McEntire and a few of those. I like a little bit of everything, actually. When Matt and I first met, he was trying to kind of one-up me and say, you probably wouldn't like the songs I have in my phone. I'm like, I've got songs like most of old.
Now.
No. Oh, well, that's because you started doing the country rap.
Always listen to it.
If it's going to be rap, let it be rapped. Your video. Oh, is that the, thank you, Ramblin'. Is that the one of the video of just going up under the house today? Yeah. I'm glad I took along the campfire. I mean, the camp.
Something
okay.
Just dropped from you.
Okay. I had some of that campground bug spray because the mosquitoes are horrible right now. And so I sprayed all that around.
Tell Scott we got some Canadian skeeters here.
Dodds and Hickok. Is that what that is? Oh. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind, like, rap in general, I don't mind. Especially, I don't know, I consider from the 80s and stuff to be real rap. But Matt said that he thinks it is. That's the only video I added, and it was right before I came on. So that's most likely what it was. But, all right, Road Warrior, it was great to see you. Say bye. You say bye. He says GTG, and that got to go. Okay. I think. Let's see. Yep. Yep. Bye-bye. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, the mosquitoes, yes, they're bad. We have some here. Oops. I didn't do it. But we have some here that are like, they're massive, and they actually even have stripes on them. They're tiger tail or something or other.
They're Canadian.
They're Canadian. The thing of it is moose are massive. So, and then you got the grizzlies and everything else. The mosquitoes have to be big just to keep up. Let's see.
Tell Scott he's about to get in trouble.
Don't think too hard, Matt. It will hurt.
Tell him I'm gonna put him in YouTube timeout.
Yeah, they fly. We here. I don't know. I put up a video yesterday. It was just a little one, but the mosquitoes are so bad right now. Most likely because of that storm we had about 2 weeks ago, and so all the mosquitoes have been hatching, and it's like insane. In the Tahoe last night when we were heading over to get the chickens, I mean the whole ceiling of the Tahoe was just swarms. And we're driving down the road. We have the windows down, and we're just trying to wipe everything from the center all the way out to the windows to see if we can get rid of them.
I'm guessing it's because of caption again.
What?
California Ford Raptor.
See, I'm not
got
seeing.
blocked.
Oh, now I see what you're seeing. It says, come on, stop spamming symbols. All right, well, I can. Sorry. You know what? So far, everybody in here now, I just need y'all to kind of. Sometimes I have a hard time keeping track of what's going on over in the chat when I'm talking, especially if anybody comes up. So if you see anybody that pops in and says all kinds of bad things, then please protect my eyes.
I'm
as
not
if I've
dropping
not
links
seen.
tonight, so
You're not? Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I can't, it's the thing of it is when I'm talking to people,
and Maria's here, so
especially if somebody comes up on the panel with me and stuff, that's to me, I kind of I try to pay attention to what's going on over there, especially if somebody has questions or whatever, and they, because that's part of it is being included in what's going on. But sometimes people are, uh, and now they found out they can do all caps. Nice, you can do what you're told. I'm glad Ray talked me into coming on tonight, even if nobody has come up with me yet.
Scott will. But just so you're aware, Scott's like you, can talk.
I know.
And talk and talk and talk. And it's a good thing.
I know. Hey, I enjoy it. I really, I don't know. I've just always enjoyed conversations with people. When I was a kid, my older brother used to say I could talk the ears off of a dead mule. And so then we had to have a long conversation about why that wasn't possible. But
yeah, no, Scott can't come up.
Oh,
It won't be PG.
oh,
He's in bed.
No, that's okay. Momo came on and she was in bed the other day.
That's Momo, not Scott.
I know. And I'm in my jammies. Sorry, folks. After being under the house earlier, I got my shower.
And Willie said, Scott, I don't believe you.
Well, let's see. I was going to try to do some things tonight, though. Anybody?
Well, it's after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'd have to approve her to get on. Cassidy. Oh. Yeah. If you're close enough, nobody will know that you're naked, right? Is that how it is? Like that? Just get real close. That's all you can see.
Mine.
Appreciate it. And of course, my dad's making his little comments from the peanut gallery over there.
The seagulls.
Mine. Name that movie. Who can name that movie? I'll give you a hint. It's a kid's movie. Mine.
I'm not touching you. Disney.
Yeah. Was it Disney or Pixar? I mean, now it falls under Disney, but it was originally. Yes, thank you. We have a winner. I don't know what you won, but we have a winner.
He won a free
not
fishing
Little
trip
Nemo.
to the
It
creek
was
behind his house.
Finding Nemo. It was all those seagulls. Mine. Yep. It's one of my favorite scenes.
Tell Willie he won a free fishing trip to the creek behind his house.
Oh, you win a free fishing trip to the creek behind your house. There you go. Yep, Finding Nemo. Ramblin says, "Thank God you're not touching me. I'd scream, stranger danger." Oh yes. One of the things I from Finding Nemo is talking whale. I mean, for years, even now, we haven't seen. We haven't watched Finding Nemo in a long time. Might need to do that. Kyron's probably getting close enough in age, but not that we really have to have an excuse to watch it. But hey, But I love the talking whale part when she just talks slowly.
Oh,
I can speak whale.
In the sharks and
It's just a good show. Yeah, it's a good show. It was coming on the other day, and that part where you can talk whale. Can you type whale?
No.
I can type well. I used to be able to type very well, but um,
I can type
not working
very
at the.
well.
Yes, Dory is fantastic. She probably was, honestly. She was probably my favorite character out of the entire the whole series, whatever you want to call it. The thing is, she had a good heart. You look like a whale. Aw, come on now. I wouldn't say that. Let's see. Nightbot would have a problem if we tried speaking well. Good point. So if I turned all those off for tonight. Um, you don't type very well. I used to be able to type really well, but um, try and talk catfish, but the fish never come. We go, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. That's what my dad's always done.
Tell him
Here,
you're not
fishy,
supposed
fishy.
to talk catfish. You're supposed to talk bluegill.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you heard that or not. Apparently, you're supposed to talk bluegill.
You gotta talk like other fish because catfish are predatory fish.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Apparently, you have to talk like other fish because catfish are predatory, and so that way they'll come looking for you. No. You see, we've talked before about fishing. I'm wondering if I had pulled up. If I make weird looks at the moment, it's because I'm trying to pull something up on my other screen here to share. Albums. Let's see here if I can find
Hey, take
pictures.
Rambling with the Scots. Rambling with the Brother. Take his wrench away so I can time him putting the time out.
No, none of that. None of that. I was looking for, and I'm not going to find them very easily today. Oh, I know. I might be able to look for it. What I'm looking for is pictures from when my dad was even growing up. And talk catfish. Oh, you're shark man. And I tell my bait to find a shovel head and swim in its mouth. Well, that's fair. Aha! Some nice. All right, y'all keep each other occupied for a minute. Let me see here. Let's go to all photos. And I'm going to go back in time to about there. February, March, April, May, June, July. I was blessed that, kind of a mixed blessing, but in all, things turned out well. My aunt was moving from Washington back up to Alaska for the final time. And I went to go help her. And it was this massive, massive undertaking. But one of the major blessings of it was there was a whole bunch of pictures that were not supposed to be out in that field. And some of them are family pictures. Actually, I could show y'all this.
Somebody hit the thumbs down.
Mm-hmm. They'll get over it. They'll get over it. Probably because I was making weird looks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to share screen. And okay. And I'm going to share this one right there. Now then, am I on it? Okay. Can y'all see all of these pictures? This is what I went through when I was helping my aunt go through all of her stuff. This was all out in the pasture for about a year and a half, thereabouts, a little over a year. But there was just tons and glass and everything else. But what I'm looking for is, let's see here, keep everybody from getting dizzy. I wonder if I can make the picture smaller.
If you look at your phone, you can see what.
Oh, good. Those are some of the people from there. I'm looking for the pictures because I had tons and tons of pictures, and I was hoping I could find them. These are all things that were there. My grandmother's. Oh, there. These are some of the pictures that were found that were heartbroken. Let me see. I wish I had gotten. Anyway, I'm gonna take this off from now. And do that. Okay. And I'm just going and change it. Let's see.
And tell Raquel that she's at 10.
She's at 102. So maybe that's why they're not quite letting her change it now. Oh, that's why. They're probably going to want you enough that you can
and she has to go through a laptop or a desktop computer.
Okay. Matt says you also have to go through either a desktop computer or a laptop. Thank you, Ramblin'. Says you don't give Mama a thumbs down.
I didn't.
No, somebody did that. You were saying.
Yeah, somebody did. I didn't.
Yeah, believe me. I know where he sleeps.
It was probably Willie. Probably Uncle Willie.
Kiss my bass.
It could have been him.
Let's see here.
So
okay.
Tell Kiss My Bass to type in drop.
All right, Kiss My Bass. Type in drop. And I am still going to try.
Big here. Matt's little Ohio brother was timed out by Nightbot for 5 seconds.
All right. Oh, here's some. I'm finally getting to some of those pictures.
Dang Nightbot.
I'm finally getting to some of them. I wanted to share these with y'all, but Matt kept saying, "Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?" And I didn't have all these. There's one of them. This picture right here. Let's see if I can bring it up.
And tell Willie that I'm fixing to start another channel.
Okay.
It's going to be Little Willie's Little Big Brother's channel.
Okay. I want to show y'all. Let's see here. Can y'all hear Matt when he's talking on the other side of the table? Hello, Living MN. Let's see. I was gonna share. Let's pull it up. This right here, with talking about fishing and everything else. Why isn't it the one that's bigger? I want that one to be bigger. I'll do it that way. Here we go. This right here, if you can see it, that person right there, that's my grandmother. And this picture would be from about 1920 because her sister right there passed away in 1922. She was having surgery. But that's my great-grandfather, and this is down off the Texas Gulf Coast, probably in the Freeport, to somewhere between Freeport and Galveston. So that's fishing going way back for my family. Let's see. Who's uh, Big Matt's little Ohio brother? There you go.
That's Willie. That's Uncle
Okay.
Willie.
Yeah. Mm. The time period, like that was probably 1920, 20 or 21 for that picture. Let me see if I go back here and close back out. I don't know if I have. That one was there. That one was there. Um, yep. Oh no, that's him later. See, I had never seen, before I went up there, that picture right there was the first picture I had ever seen of my great grandfather. Because after Marcy passed away, he moved out to California, and ended up working on uh, what was the San Francisco Bay Bridge. Oh, really? Up in South Dakota? He um, that my great grandfather. What is his name? McLeod. Went by Mac. A lot of people didn't know his name was McLeod.
Backwoods Mindset. Hello.
Hello, Backwoods Mindset. But people didn't. At least with McLeod being his first name, it's a lot easier to find him on census records and things like that. But he was born in Michigan and went out to Washington, and was actually out there for a while as a um, wood woodsman. What's the word I'm looking for? Lumberjack. He was a lumberjack for a while. Let's see here. And let me see, as a matter of fact. I don't know, I can show some of this stuff for a while. If you can see this one right here, this is one I had worked on. I did a lot of trying to clean this one up. But that right there, that's my great grandfather, and that's my grandmother, and then some friends of theirs, and that was up in Washington. Boy, that area up there is so pretty. It really is. Yeah, original bushcrafter when they really had to work there, had to live there. Yes, a logger. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for earlier. Um, oh, really? Downriver worked on Bay Bridge. Yep, he was a steel worker on there. Thank you, Ray. Um, but boy, he was quite the person. He was in. I found he got married in Washington, got married in Houston, in Texas, and then he got married again out in California. Um, I know he got divorced once. Don't know about twice. Exactly. It always gets me when I start talking to people about genealogy and family history that people cross paths. And I think some of us that have interests in outdoors and things come from families that did. That's where we kind of get it from. Um, Port Angeles loggers and the longshoremen. Where are they a longshoremen at? I think I have. Is this still okay? I've just got it. Me as solo. All right. See if I can find. I love it. When I came across these pictures, it just blew me away. My let me see. Oh, here's some of the other. Dum. And move this one over here. There we go. Now I can see better what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring this up on full screen. There we go. Port Angeles and Sikkim. Willie, living in men's talking to you. Let's see here. Okay, northwestern part of Washington. Yes, that one picture I had up of him in. Boy, my screen doesn't want to reload very quickly. This picture, the one I showed that was really faded. Here, let me go back. Now you can see it. That was in Grayland, Washington, right there on the coast. It's almost it's just barely above. When I was looking at old maps, it's just barely above Oregon and up into Washington. All right. Good night, Frontier. I'm so glad you were able to join us tonight. Shouldn't be any movies playing. Oh, the one in the. I don't have any movies playing. These are all pictures I took myself. Or is it the one in the background? My dad watching. Can y'all tell what it is? So I definitely don't want to have any problems like that. If need be, I can switch over to headphones. Um, Matt, do you have your headphones I could put on? Because I definitely don't want to end up getting some kind of a. But I don't want Dad to have to turn down TV where he can't hear. Let's see here. All right. For anyone who is new to doing, okay. Let's see. I might have to change things over though. Hold on while I get the audio and stuff changed over. Um, um, okay, is that, can you hear me now? Yes. All right, we'll just have to see. Hopefully it's far enough in the background that they won't really be able to. Oh, I still have that up on the screen. Sorry about that. Let's go back to me. Anyway, anybody else like have a bunch of old family pictures? I love going through them. Let's see here. I'll just sit here and make faces at everybody. Oh, there you are. Hello.
What's that?
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Me?
I hear you.
Oh, you're trying to talk, and for some reason I'm not hearing you. Let me switch over. I think when I change the settings, audio, go back. There we go. All right, you want to try talking again? Let's see if I can hear you now. Boogity. Aha, there you are. Hello, hello. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
I'm glad to hear that. I am indeed. I'm glad when somebody actually talks to me.
Yeah, I was trying to give somebody else a chance to come up, you know. I'm always hogging the screen everywhere, but eventually I was like, man, nobody else going to go up. I'm going to go up.
Oh, of course. Now, looking at those pictures and stuff, I don't know if y'all could see them really well on the screen, but um, I do with doing our family genealogy and everything like that. Some of those people I didn't expect I'd ever get to see pictures of. And it just blows my mind that now I have pictures of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, what have y'all been up to this week?
Not much of anything, really.
We were doing the chickens and just it's been a week. Hey, Casty, wave again. Say hi. Hello. We've we've
That's a
had
fun fact. Scott, what?
fun fact. My great uncle was the last
Oh, no.
hangman to hang someone in Ontario. Wow.
Fun fact: my great 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 grandfather shot Billy the Kid.
Really?
No.
A picture of him, maybe.
Yep.
Did you hear that? Matt said his great 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 grandfather shot Billy the Kid, and I said a picture of him, maybe. But no, I don't. We actually went when we went to San Antonio recently. On the way back, we stopped at the cemetery where the town where his mom comes from, and I got a picture of Matt and the kids standing next to the headstone for the first one of that family line. It's Eaton's that was buried there. They were, if you know anything about Texas history, that family was part of the old 300, which were the um, first 300 people getting land grants from Mexico way back when. Yep. It's kind of
See, you said 300 and that movie popped in my head.
Yes, no, not the Spartans. It's the old 300 is the Texans that got the land grant. A lot of people think that they were all Americans. They weren't. There were people from all over. They were just settlers. It wasn't America trying to invade Mexico or anything like that. It was just settlers for a new area. But the old 300 were in the early 1800s. It's hard to believe Texas has really only been a
little
U.S.
break from
state.
history, real quick. We had queso tonight, and it was amazing. Thank you, Crisscross Dreams.
Momo makes fantastic chili con queso, and so we had that tonight.
It's better than chimichangas.
Better than chimichangas. Well, chimichangas and queso are two different things, sweetie. But anyway, sorry, I was reading. But yes, I really like all that history stuff. I didn't realize how much until I started getting into it. I could sit and talk to somebody about.
Well, there was so much they didn't tell us in school. You know.
Thanks, Dad. What were you saying?
I was just saying there's so much they didn't tell us in school. We found out later.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's, and that's one thing that great about homeschooling. That we can, like, as I've taught the kids history, one of my friends said it puts the I in history. As we're going through different things, like one of Matt's ancestors were in the First Continental Congress uh, after the Revolutionary War, and his three siblings were they were like, one of them was a colonel, and a couple of the others were just regular infantrymen. But um, uh, a lot of people don't. You hear about the Second Continental Congress, you don't really hear about the first one, because they were just kind of sharing notes and getting things started. But Matt's ancestor was one of those. So when you hear that, it's a lot easier to remember what happened and where and when, because it's a family story instead of just something dry in a book somewhere. Living in, did you like being homeschooled? There's a lot of people here in Texas. There's a lot of different ways. People talk about homeschooling with all of the COVID stuff, and that's COVID schooling. It's a whole different animal than homeschooling from before all this mess. But I
Everything
keep
calm.
waiting
Yeah.
for Willie. I keep waiting for your face to change on the thing, and then I just get the little circle thing. Yes, there are pros and cons. Um, I, one of the things that is both a pro and a con. I mean, with social aspects and everything, people ask, how do your kids socialize? Well, my kids can have conversations with adults and little kids and everybody else. They're not just stuck with their own age group. But when the kids were in public school, they they're told to sit down and shut up for 9 hours. How in the world are they supposed to be able to actually learn how to socialize and to be acceptable with how they do things if they're not really allowed to interact?
Yep.
Let's see. Canada invading and taking the White House until they felt bad, burnt it, and gave it back. I'm sure they said sorry. Nice.
Sorry.
Yes. Sorry. Whoops. I'm sure that'll buff out, right? Um, yeah. Well, just kind of a little elbow grease there.
You still
Played
played
sports through
sports through the
public school.
school when you were homeschooled living in there? That's pretty cool. That's what I
Well,
was
yeah,
just thinking about that. That's the one thing I would have missed is playing football.
right. And that was a big thing for Matt when we were first deciding about homeschooling. Was he was concerned because football and sports were a huge part of
Yep.
him, his high school interactions and stuff. But um, around here, with some of the stuff that's recently passed in Texas, they can they can be part of some of you can sign up through your local school district and be in it, but then you start getting into gray areas because in Texas, um, a homeschooling family is considered a private school. So we have the same uh, we're able to completely control the curriculum, what it is, how it's presented, what the milestones are. We don't have to go through state testing or any of that. And on the whole, you still have that homeschoolers average better in testing and everything than your local public school average kids. But if you start getting into joining into the public school, they can require you to fit certain, your no pass, no play and everything else. And then that, for a lot of people, they don't want the whole reason they homeschool is they don't want the local school district involved with their curriculum for their kids. So wrestling and cross country. Yeah, I could see Cassidy doing cross country. Um, Matthew, I don't know. He likes to ride his bike and build things and stuff like that. I think Matt finally realized that Matthew's not gonna. He's not into contact sports. Let's put it that way. Right. As Matt was saying, he's afraid he's going to hurt somebody. He we've taught him from early on that he's probably going to be as big as Matt or close to it. My dad's 6'3". Um, you know, we're Matt may be the tallest, but believe me, he's not the only big guy in our family. So hello, backwoods barbarian. Hello, hello. Um, but with Matthew, it'd be so easy. Matt's hurt people before without really intending to. You know, there's been a few he intended to, but um, so we've made sure Matthew realizes. I mean, there's things he can do where he can use his strength, but yep, kids are taught not to touch others, and I'm teaching my kids to run over small kids. Nice, nice. No, we no, they're never mind. But um, oh, Matt's now way over there, across the room from me. He's left me. Hey, I think he's afraid I'm going to start bringing out candy again, showing off my. I don't have. Let me see. I've got. Here's one of my jars of fudge that I told people about. Quart size jar. Here's your sugar for tonight. Thank you very much, Backwoods. Appreciate it. Um, and I think I've picked you up, but if not, could you just type in drop so I can go back later and double check and make sure I've got it? Yeah, Dobson. Matt definitely enjoyed hitting people in football. He says that's when he was first asked if he'd play football. He said, "Can I hit people?" And they said yes. And he said, "Sign me up." So he was. When we were first dating, we went to a bar that had one of those. Where you punch the little bag and it tells you without the question mark, just straight drop. Um, but he hit that thing, and it just, instead of just saying, "Oh, you're tough" or whatever, it just spun and spun and spun and spun. Correct. No question mark. Just DROP. Drop. Drop it like it's hot. Maybe we should change it to that. See how many people actually catch it. Roughing up kids in wrestling. See, my um, hmm. See, my brother and sister wrestled. Well, let me take that back. They hurt each other a lot. I remember when they were like 5, 6 years old. There you go. When they were, because they were only 15 months apart. I remember my brother was laying on the ground in the front yard. She sat on his back and grabbed his hair and pulled back on it until she came out with a handful of hair. They fought like cats and dogs the whole time. Drop it like it's hot. Works. But let's see. Um, any other exciting news out there in the world? Who wants to? I was. I wish I want to do one of these days. We're going to have to do brekkie with Ray. It's just in the mornings, getting everything set up. I'm not a morning person, but I'll talk till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But boy, my mom and Ray, they're up at 5 or 6 o'clock. I can't handle that. But Ray and I in particular, we'll just talk about anything. Hello, you decided to unmute, huh?
Yeah, I'm back. I had
Okay.
company for a second.
Oh, well, that's fine. It's good when real life intrudes. It's not
Yeah, he would have
intrusive.
heard. You would have heard like a lot of f bombs if I would have left him unmuted. So.
Ah. I'm not one of those people. I don't have a problem with cussing in the sense of, "Oh my word, you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna burn forever." It's just, you know, it's um it's fun in certain circumstances. You kick something hard enough, there's a couple of words that come to mind.
Yeah.
But good night, Roland with Raquel. Good night, Raquel.
Not Raquel.
And then that's cool that you're up to that point where you can apply for monetization. That word.
Monetization.
Monetization. Um, Matt and I were working on the word altruistic the other day when he was um, posting about the one site, was talking with them and everything. It's like al, true, his stick, altruistic. You got to break it down.
I like flabbergasted.
That's a good one. And then there's always, the word when there is no word. Do you know that word? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Expialidocious. Even though the
Absolutely.
sound of it is something quite atrocious.
Oh, backwards.
That's going to part of a rap song.
Yeah. Backwoods is apparently barricaded in because SWAT is at his neighbor's house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's better to be at your neighbor's house than yours. Altruistic. Yeah,
I don't know what
altruistic.
you talking about living in, man. I did nothing.
This time?
Yep, it wasn't me.
Yeah. If you're going to send something to my door, let it be a pizza. That's what I'm saying. But actually, we live far enough out, they won't deliver to us. There's a bayou about, Matt, how far away is that one? It's about 2 miles to the bayou. Mm-hmm. No, it's farther because it's a mile to get. Anyway, it's not very far, and the local town, that's the farthest any place will go to deliver stuff. I've thought about having them deliver it to that gas station and going and picking that up, but by the time I'm already in the car, I might as well go to town.
Right.
Well, it's only about 15 minutes, but still. By the time you get all the way into town, get where you need to go, get all the way back, that's an hour gone. Yeah. And Ray says that I'm gone. If I leave the house, I might as well I'm gone for the next 3 or 4 hours because I'm going to go around. I'm going to go to the pharmacy. I'm going to go get this. I'm going to go get that. I'm going to get it all done. There's no sense in other people going into town. I'm already in there.
Right.
Do y'all go back to coffee or what? Oh, no. I was talking to Willie since, well, he muted it. I think he's had a sneezing fit or something. But,
No, he lives in Ohio.
oh, yes, but there are country parts of Ohio, dear.
Just a little choking
Okay.
going on.
Oh, that's all? Just a little.
Yeah.
You okay?
Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, just
No,
fine
no.
and dandy.
Everything's just fine and dandy. That's good to know. Mm. Anyway, it's like you're in.
Scotch.
Uh-huh. I see. Anyway, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. No, I'm not. I see it. I know what you're talking about. Was that Puff Puff Pass?
Yes, ma'am.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yep. Something like that. Puff the Magic Dragon. It's a good show. Very
Yes, Puff
I
the
love
Magic
that
Dragon
song.
is awesome.
Yeah.
That makes
When
me
I
want
was
to
up in
see
Washington.
Good Morning Vietnam now.
Say that again?
Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, yes.
The little Vietnamese girl he was talking to, that's the only song she knew was Puff the Magic Dragon, living by the sea.
I love that movie. He
Yeah,
was.
Scott, you ratted on me, man. Narked me out.
No.
This is Barbarians start filming.
No.
Let me see. We're all among friends here, right?
But of course.
Yeah, you got to film everything these days, man. You never know what you're going to see. That's like we were riding through town today on the bus. We took the last possible hour to go to Walmart and do our shopping. We left here at 4 o'clock
Right.
and then got picked up at 5:20 at Walmart, and then we're riding through town. And we get up in the middle of town, and they got the street blocked off, and they got vendors set up everywhere, and there's kids everywhere in their
Oh,
Halloween
really?
costumes. And I'm like, what's going on here? Oh, it's just like a little thing. They're doing a trick or treat right in the middle of uptown. And they had all these vendors set up. We knew nothing about this, or we'd been up there all day live or making a video or something.
Oh, right.
Had no idea. So you always got to have a camera.
Cassidy and I, when we were in town earlier today, and I was pulling to the parking lot where our pharmacy is, and there's a bank that kind of closed down, and they've got stuff in there, but I haven't really been in there. All around the outside of it were all these vendors set up, and I'm like, Cassidy goes, I know what you're thinking. I'm like, no, I said I can't do that. since I didn't know there's no way I could run home and make peanut brittle and fudge and pralines and everything else and get there and sell it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was halfway through the day anyway. But we're starting to come into holidays and shows, and after this last year and a half of things getting canceled all of a sudden,
yep.
um, it's been
And
a
see
while
that
since.
that we were talking about that with somebody on the bus too, man. Like last year, they canceled our fireworks because of COVID,
Right.
but they had the fair, and then we also had the Scarecrow Festival, which is our little festival they have in the middle of town. Used to be
Okay.
called Oktoberfest or something like that, but that was already
Right.
big name somewhere else, so they changed it to Scarecrow Festival. Well, then this year we had the fair,
Night, Megan.
we had the fireworks, but they canceled the Scarecrow Festival. It's like, what makes the difference, man?
Well, and if I'm doing I mean, I have to, at least
Fire.
with Mom's Leather and with Matt's stuff, things like that. Yes, it sucks if you've a bunch of stuff, and especially if you put a bunch of money into it, and then the show's canceled. So then you're sitting there where all your money's tied up and stuff. You can't. It's harder to sell.
Yep.
But if they put it online and it shows next week or next month or whatever, okay, it's no big deal. But with my candy, if they cancel a show, I'm tossing food. I mean, all my supplies, I mean, yes, the jars are a big part of the cost, but still, that's a bunch of time and effort
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. Because it's not gonna stay good until the next round.
right. Exactly. Exactly. So, and the peanut brittle, it'll last since I vacuum seal it. It it's been known to last up to 6 months.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing in it that's it's all
Yeah,
it's
there's
all
nothing in it
cooked.
that can spoil.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
There's nothing in it that can spoil.
Yeah. It's dried.
Right.
It doesn't have any
Right.
moisture or anything to
And
go back.
exactly. And see here, the biggest problem we have here is the humidity. And as long as you keep it with the vacuum sealing it, that keeps all that out. Plus, even after you've opened it, if you crank it down well enough, you're going to keep the humidity out.
Yeah.
But most people eat it pretty quick, so that's usually not as much of a problem. Hello, Amber.
What's up?
Um, and make sure to say drop if you're showing up, and just say drop, and then that way I can go back and pick you up if I already have you. Um, but with I'm going to turn that off. There we go. Yay! All right. Um, yes, peanut brittle will not last, and not because of vacuum seal. you know, um, I've had at least 3 times that I can think of where someone has bought candy from me, and I get a call before I'm even all the way home saying, I got home and I had, hi, Emily. Well, I do call sometimes. Amber, if y'all over here on the side, that's my niece that lives down in Adelaide in Australia. So she's jumping on and saying hi. Hi. But the I got lost, got sidetracked. Badum. Oh,
They were buying
candy.
candy, and then when they
So
got home,
people, they get home, I've gotten phone calls. I got home and the jar's empty and I'm in trouble. And I'm like, I told you to buy 2. Would
yep.
you like to meet Kroger's or Walmart?
And that's funny because we were talking about the stuff the other night, and I used to help my grandpa shell walnuts down in Kentucky,
Right?
and he'd sell them $10 a pound, shelled walnuts in a bag. And
Oh,
I don't
nice.
know how many times I'd be there, and a guy would come down and buy a bag of a whole pound of walnuts, and then he'd leave, and 45 minutes later he'd be back because he already ate the whole pound of walnuts, and he needed another
Yep.
bag of it. And Grandpa told him the same thing. I told you should have bought 2 while you was here.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, I've had people, they say, my wife or whoever smelt the jar and now I'm in trouble. It's like, well, you know, just get a second. I've got more where that came from. At least
Yep.
usually all of my candy except for the Divinity, I can make pretty much in any weather, especially because here at my parents' house they have um, what is that? Not just we have window air conditioners at our house. They've got the whole house. You know, they can keep the humidity down, whatever. So even if it's raining and stuff, I can still make the fudge and the pralines. But the Divinity, no, it's too particular. Let's see. Has anybody seen? Actually, I could do that. I'm gonna go. Has anybody gone and actually looked at my candy page? Um,
I haven't yet, but
I have. I
oh,
looked
yeah.
at it.
she did. Yeah, I went to Momo's, but I haven't been here
I
yet.
think I saved it on my
My
Let's see.
my
my Google thing.
Yep, um, the page was messed up for a bit, but I got that working. So hopefully everything comes up fine now. Ah, there it is. Yay. Now I have to change this. I'm going to remove it. I want to change that. Okay. I'm learning. I'm learning little by little. Share screen. And I'm going to do Chrome tab. Mason jar candies. There we go. Now I can open it up. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! That's my candy.
nice.
And if we go down here, see, that's how I do the peanut brittle. But I have pecan, and then the one over there, this one, that's Caribbean Crunch. I took my grandmother's peanut brittle recipe, and instead of peanuts, I put Jamaican rum flavoring and coconut. I have it both with and without coconut. And then that's my fudge right there. It's that old fashioned sugar fudge. And I make it both with and without pecans. And that right there acts weird when okay. Cocoa crumbles, I take the fudge and process it down to just little crumbles. Really, really good. I don't care for coffee. Sorry. I look like a cat with a hairball.
I love my
But
coffee.
but I like hot tea. But
I like tea too.
for a holiday, what was that?
I like tea too. I like
Yeah.
green tea, black tea, chai tea. I like all tea.
Like I remember when I first heard of chai tea as being the spiced, the type with the spices and stuff.
Yep.
Over in Turkey, chai is how you say tea, and it's just a regular black tea. So first
in
time,
Turkey, it's
that's
in Thailand, it's yes.
Oh, apparently in Thailand the word
Chai.
chai
Yes.
means yes. So I guess if you ask for
no.
chai and they say chai,
no.
that would be yes, I guess. Maybe. Anyway, but if you take a scoop of that crumble, the cocoa crumbles, and put it in hot milk, makes a very rich hot cocoa. Very yummy. And
Good too.
say that again.
She said she bet that would be good. She's a chocolate freak.
Oh yes. And it's also good. Those crumbles, they do good on top of ice cream or any of that. Here's the Divinity, and you can see the little swirls, and that is so with the humidity, it'll be like taffy. Um, but if it's done correctly, it's like it's a nougat and very creamy and good. And then those are my pralines. Those are New Orleans style pralines. They're the creamy ones. And then up here, if somebody comes to this page, you can see up here Southern Soul. This is the stuff Matt does, his blacksmithing stuff. It's starting to cool off a little bit We were only in the high 80s today. So hopefully he'll be able to get back out there and do some more. Most of the stuff last year he sold, so he's got to get more stuff. And then here's the things that Matt's mom does. Nope, I'm going to have to fix that. I didn't realize some of the pictures. Oh, I think because some of them sold. But these are tie blankets she does. You have to go in. And, aren't those nice? Those are,
Yeah.
it's double layered fleece. This one right here is actually, that's still fleece. She just actually sewed all that together and then still tied it to the back.
That's Texas flag, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, it is. And then here, Matthew, I was so proud of him. He made pouch games. He took the right there, you see the wood pieces? He took those from a hackberry we cut down. And him and Cassidy, they cut the pieces, and then he sanded them down, took a wood burner and put X's and O's on them, put finish on them, and then this outside is a flat piece of, oh, let me see, I have to talk with my hands. No, don't remove. I want to go there. Okay. What he did is he took a piece of suede. We went to Tandy's with Mom and got a thing of suede, took a circle, made a tic-tac-toe board on it, and then put the lacing around the outside. So when you pull it up, then when it pulls up, you've got that, it comes into a pouch and it holds all the pieces. So it's a traveling tic-tac-toe game.
Huh.
That's really cool.
Nifty.
Yeah, he did. Oh, no. Sorry, folks. Just a minute. My computer unplugged. There we go. I get this little notice that comes up. But let me see. Hadn't looked over here in a while. People, Raymond. Let me see here. And everybody's saying hi. Hello. Central Air. Thank you. Thank you, Brooms. I knew there was a word for it, and I wasn't on the screen to be able to see when you put it there. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Scar, what's up?
Car Scar.
New subscriber to my channel here recently. Thank you very much for that.
We always love to meet new community friends.
Yeah, they found me through Matt. Yeah, they came to my channel through Matt's.
Yeah, he's really good at it's something because he says I'm the talker. Which, all
well,
right.
you are. See, that's what Matt does. Matt gets 2 or 3 other people up there, and then he just don't have to say nothing. He just sits back. Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
He just sits back, stay quiet, lets them run the show. Yeah.
You see the top, and you see the top of his hat. That's all you see for a while. The top of his hat.
Yeah, he sits there and takes a nap while they get in watch hours.
Well, I think part of it is he starts, if other people are having a good conversation, he just starts watching the chat.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I can't say nothing about that because when I was getting my hours to get monetized, man, I'd have 3 or 4 people up there, and there'd be hours I didn't say nothing, didn't have to. I've went to bed before, just left my live stream running with the people on the panel.
Well, why not?
Yeah, I mean, there ain't gonna be nothing on there that I haven't done already. So
if there's, but I mean, also if there's enough of a conversation going, I don't know how many times I've been my old roommate from back when I was in college. We used to joke that we'd hear this thump, and we knew it was time to go to bed because the newspaper had been dropped off. We said
the link that I just dropped, I think that's where the guy came from.
Oh, okay, from altruistic. Okay. Okay. Anyway, sidetracked. I one time I was talking to Cassidy. We were at the anyway, doesn't matter where we were at. We were outside, and I was trying to get her attention. So I'm like, "Look at me, okay? I need to tell you something." And then all of a sudden, she literally goes, "Squirrel," because there was one. It's it's literal. Uh, Thankfully, stuff like that, our whole family is, we joke about, because Matthew's on the spectrum, and Cassidy gets anxiety and stuff, and there's different things that we have to pay attention to, and we watch for. But when it comes down to it, I don't know. Have you heard the term neurodivergent?
I don't
No,
know that one.
no
No.
divergent, but I've never heard
Yeah,
neurodivergent.
neurodivergent and neurotypical. You don't say normal anymore. You say neurotypical. That means someone who, they're able to focus. They're able to. I don't. I don't know anyone who is. I think that's got to be
Right,
the most boring life there is. Neurodivergent, though, that would be someone who has. I mean, it could just be OCDs, ADHD, any of that kind of stuff. Um, but sometimes we'll be talking. It's like we have all the letters. We have OCD, SPD, ASD. You know, yeah, PDQs. We try to mind those. Um, unless you're what, Dad? Okay. But anyway, we uh, just thankfully enough of us have things going on that we're just aware of it. For us, I remember Matthew was going through some therapies and stuff, and the lady asked me, she goes, "So, all right, we've kind of handled all these things and all, and until he's gotten a little older or whatever, She goes, "Is there anything else that you'd like to fix?" And it just really drew me back. I'm like, fix? There's nothing that needs to be fixed with my kid. He's my kid. There's things that may be more difficult for him, and I'd like him to learn to be able to, to um, deal with those things. But he's not broken. He's just different, you know. And I'm glad that he's always thought of himself that way. Um,
right.
That's how we framed it. There's certain things he's really good at, and with Matthew and Cassidy, I mean, she's a year older, but homeschool wise, I essentially they're being taught the same lessons. Now there's some things where Matthew on the same lessons are is more advanced than Cassidy, and then the reverse is also true. Cassidy's all about creativity. I mean, if you've watched any of her stuff, you never know what you're going to get, And I think sometimes with Matthew, uh, some of his stuff that doesn't go up, it's because he wants it to be just right, or it's craziness because it was a sudden thought and he just puts it up before he even thinks about it. And he's got a lot of. Oh, hello, Pontoon. Jody catfishing. So I always end up wanting to say the name is the first word that's there, but obviously Jody's your name, not Pontoon, right? But anyway, so
Jody, what's up?
Jody. Does anybody else want to come? I haven't put the link over there in a while. Not that I mean, I'd have everybody up here if I could. Then it's really a party, right? Can anybody add streamers or that kind of thing? Let's see. Here we go. Um, Honestly though, before too much longer, it's 11 o'clock, and it has been a long day. If anybody's got anything interesting they want to take me off on another bunny trail, I'll talk about anything, anytime, anywhere, with anybody. We can get into nitty gritties and medical stuff, but I don't think that's the theme tonight. Let's see. Heading to bed. Yep. All right. I think we're just about calling it nighttime. I'm tuckered, but I've enjoyed getting on. I'm glad that 11. It's 1 year. Where are you at? East Coast.
UK.
Who us?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
we're East
okay.
Coast
So
time. Yeah.
it's 1 tomorrow or something. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Amber probably jumped off earlier.
Yeah, we're
Like
at
I said,
midnight
she's in
here.
Adelaide. Sometimes I lose track. It's so cool when I call her sometimes, and it's 11 o'clock at night here, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon for her. But anyway, all right. I guess I'll call it a night. But I like talking with people. It's a lot easier when I'm actually talking to someone.
Right.
Right.
You know, tonight I feel like I'm kind of just talking. Talking. I don't know. It just is what it is.
But yeah, you asked earlier. We can hear Matt loud and clear when he's across the room talking.
Okay. All right. That's
Yeah.
good to know. I'll keep that in mind. But that's like when he's doing his and I'm watching in those I tend to watch the chat for him and stuff. And I try to let him know when there's people there and let's see. Um, especially if it's somebody that I recognize the name, I'm starting to get better at that.
Right.
What did I tell you? All that white showing up really good right now, isn't it? All that silver. That's the most silver I've got. It's all right up there in my hair. Oh, there we go. Anyway, all right. I guess we're gonna say goodnight all. And God
All right,
bless.
homie.
All right. I'll we did end up I don't know if y'all noticed or not, we don't have the little StreamYard logo. I
Yep.
finally said it.
End
All
up,
right.
yep.
Matt
End
was
up
getting
paying for
frustrated. Yeah. Matt was getting frustrated. Yes, exactly. It's all Matt's fault. That's exactly what it is. He was frustrated and I wasn't home and I kind of had a feeling that we were going to I figured we were going to end up getting it anyway, but I was hoping to hold off till next week. But no, I I'm really bad about that. If you want something, I'll do my best to make it happen.
Right.
What was that, Matt? I hear commentary over there. Anyway, I see what you said. She did it all on her own. Yeah, he didn't directly ask me, but when I see he's frustrated about something, there's something I can do about it. I do what I can.
Never mind the fact that you're calling when I had it on Do Not Disturb and live from my phone.
Well, doing what I can.
And
Anyway,
you can
all right.
replace that. You can replace that with your own logo. Now that you've
Yes, I was trying to set one up, but I was trying to decide how I wanted to do it because we've
Right.
actually now put all of us on his StreamYard, just as different destinations.
Yeah.
So we can do the different ones, but I'm going to have to decide how I want to do it. I think I'm going to make up different ones because there could be sometimes when I'm coming on specifically talking about my candy and everything. And then I may want to put something more specific to that. But thought about doing
Yes, I got
something.
mine. Mine's hooked to like 3 of my channels plus Maria's channel.
Right. I'm thinking about doing something like different hats because there's a lot of different things I do. I don't know.
Right.
We'll see. Figuring something out.
Yep.
It'll probably end up just being a picture of a fish or something. Just saying. But anyway, all right. Y'all have a good night. I'm glad you came up on and talked to me, even if it's just a voice. It makes it easier.
Yeah. Everybody else is too scared to do it.
I know.
It does make it a lot easier, even when that you have another voice there talking
Well,
to you.
and normally I have my camera on, but I do things that I know everybody else doesn't want on their panel. You know what
fine.
I mean? So,
Yes, that's fine.
So if it's supposed to be family friendly, I usually keep the camera off.
Yeah, and I never know when my kids are going to show up, except for
Yeah,
right now after 10
yes,
o'clock here.
yeah. I can control my language. That's not a problem for the
Right.
most part. Now, I think I did actually drop an F bomb once on Matt's channel, and
Hmm.
I realized it as soon as I did it, and I was like, oh, dude, I felt so bad. I was like, I can't believe I just did that. I mean, it was late at night, but still, I was
Right.
like, I can't believe I just did that. I never do that. And then, on my channel, different story. But
Right. Well, I remember when Matt and I first got married, and boy, because he'd been bouncer at a bar and stuff like that most recently, when we met. And then the kids were born. And I told him, I said, I'd rather not have a bunch of cussing around them and stuff. And
yeah,
he said, and he's like, well, they're going to learn it eventually. I said, yeah, but
that's
they
what
don't
I
have to
said.
learn it from me. They don't have to learn, there's so many other things that I'd rather take the time to learn them,
Yeah, yeah.
because learn
And
them,
see,
teach them.
though, I'm complete opposite of that, man, because people don't want their kids to watch me, and I understand why they don't want the kids to watch me.
Right,
But I say they're going to hear it somewhere. They might as well hear
right, right.
it.
I remember we were at his parents' house, and Cassidy was about 3, I guess, and they were shooting targets, and then somebody threw a can up in the air or whatever, and Matt's dad shot at it. Now it's out over this pasture, so
Yeah,
we're out in the country, so it's not like there's a danger of somebody down anyway. So he missed. Cassidy, our sweet little 3-year-old, goes, "Damn it, he missed!" And Matt and all of his brothers went. All these guys that are between 6 inches and a foot taller than me, and all of them are looking at me like it wasn't me, it wasn't me. So, yep. Oh yeah, that's how
that's
that went. But yeah, they're I mean, they hear it and stuff, they know what it means. Um it's just, I don't know, at their age, they're still learning control.
yep,
So as they get older, they'll find there's circumstances where it's okay and circumstances where it's not. When mom's working on getting the live stream set up at church, that's a place where it's not. You know.
yeah,
Anyway, all right. Good night.
yep,
I'm glad to see some smiles, and y'all take care. All right.
yep. You
You too.
too.
You
Y'all have a
guys
good
have a
one.
good
All right.
night.
Thank everybody in the chat for
Bye.
coming. Bye
Yep.
bye.
Everybody. Bye bye. Okay. It's the end of a night. I hope everybody had a good time, and sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. All that good stuff.